Welcome back. We are so excited for the first time. I cannot believe that we've been doing this show for almost 3 years, and this is the first time that Reza Farahan has been on our show. I'm so excited that you are here.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm your #1 fan. And
I totally know.
So many of your co-stars be on the show, and it was great, but I've been waiting for you.
I've been waiting to come here. First of all, thank you for the gold Persian
We flew them
furniture.
in from Iran just for you.
I love you because I feel right at home.
Yes, we didn't realize until you got here how Persian our set actually
Your
is.
set is very Persian.
I'm glad you approved.
Totally. I feel right at home here. You
matches-
probably could get anything out of me right now.
It matches your 6 Cartier bracelets, 2 Cartier rings, and gold Rolex.
Yes.
Looking good.
She's Cartier too, by the way.
Oh,
Just
she's
FYI.
cute. She's
Thank
very
you.
cute. So you are in town promoting new season of Shahs of Sunset, which
Yes.
premieres this Sunday. I can't wait because for the first time in a long time, I feel like we got to see a lot of stuff unravel in real life on social media while you guys were off air. And now we're catching up between Tommy vandalizing your house. Like there's so much.
But the crazy thing was, we were off air, but we were actually filming.
Right,
so
right.
you guys saw it online. You might have heard a thing here or there.
Instagram.
But you're actually going to now, unfortunately, be able to see it play out, which is crazy to me.
And as far as I know, and I haven't seen any episodes, but this season really sadly chronicles like the ending of your friendship with MJ.
I mean, it sadly chronicles the demise of our friendship, and I pray to God that it's not the end, because how tragic
Terrible.
for 30 years of friendship to end.
Wow.
So I'm praying to God that my heart heals more, Adam's heart heals more, MJ's heart heals, and Tommy's heart heals, and at some point we can start something new or from the ground up, something different where we can coexist and be in each other's lives, because I truly do miss her.
Do you feel like there's hope? You're sounding optimistic.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why
Okay.
would I want someone who I loved for 30 years to not be a part of my life anymore?
Yeah, that's what's interesting, I think, about Shahs of Sunset when you compare it to other reality shows. It's one of the very few shows where the history on the show supersedes the 7 years you've been on air. You
Absolutely.
went to high school with her. You knew her parents. She knew your parents.
Absolutely.
And that's why I think it cuts deeper when things like this happen.
It's
like
not
I
just
feel,
a TV feud.
right. Like
No.
I feel invested in your friendship with MJ.
Absolutely. I feel invested in my friendship with MJ. I
As
mean,
you should.
MJ has been a huge part of my life. She was the first person I spoke to every single morning.
Mm-hmm.
I texted her throughout the day. It's been an adjustment not having her around.
And you guys, when we first started watching you, you guys worked together too.
Absolutely.
You guys have been on the air for so long. This is the 8th season.
8th season, and it's
Wow.
been almost 10 years.
Wow.
It is such a good show. I have been
Thank
watching since
you.
the beginning. I am like proselytizing to everyone that Shahs of Sunset is the best show on TV because for
I
that
love
reason,
you.
you guys really do like love each other. There's a true foundation. You and Mike are such good friends, real friends,
Absolutely.
not TV friends.
Not TV friends.
And I think that it's so great. And we're opening ourselves up to new people now. We have Destiny, who I love. We have Nima, who I really
Don't
love. But it's exciting to see the cast grow. But the mainstays like you and MJ are really, and Gigi, like have really been there from the beginning.
Absolutely. It's a different show, just like you said, because we were a part of each other's lives before there was a show. So we come with so much history and so much enmeshed in each other's lives, and we bring that for the world to see, for the better or worse. And unfortunately, this season,
Yeah.
you see a lot of the worst.
But
But there's good times too. We
Yes,
do party, we
of
do
course.
laugh, we do get crazy. But
What I think is cool about the show is that you guys started at such different places in your lives. Like everyone now is having kids
Yes.
and settling down, and you got married and you bought a house. Like you still maintain that level of entertainment while changing phases in your lives. You know,
Yeah.
Gigi is pregnant, right?
she is.
MJ just had a baby.
She did.
Everyone is moving on up, but the show isn't sacrificing its entertainment quality.
No, not at all. And, I was this crazy and interesting and dynamic before there was a show, and hopefully I will continue, to be this crazy and dynamic in my old age.
Yeah.
And I mean this from, the most honest place in my heart. After 8 seasons, you don't even realize the cameras are there. When you're at an event with your friends
Yeah.
and you're drinking and you're socializing, it's not like the camera person is saying, hey, Reza, look over here. You don't realize they're there anymore. At times, I wish I had an awareness because
Yeah.
I might censor myself
Yep.
and I might save myself an embarrassing moment or two.
But it's like, it's not just a reality show, because to me, it really dives deep into so much more, like a culture that not a lot of people know about. And you guys are tackling issues that like people in the news are speaking of, and they can't even like have a civil discourse. But you guys all come from such the same background, but different life experiences. But you're traveling to Israel, you're traveling to Iran, going sitting at the border. Like, it's actually an educational show.
Totally. Listen, there was just an incident where we attacked a terrorist in Iraq, and immediately my social media was blowing up. Like, Reza, what's your take on this current event? And obviously in my heart, I may look crazy and Persian and very ethnic on the outside, but on the inside, I am like America true, baseball, apple pie. Maybe not so much baseball, but like apple pie. I kiss the ground that I walk on and appreciate this beautiful country where I actually get to be who I am. So I am in support of us defending ourselves and supporting our troops and supporting decisions that the government makes in our best interest. Even though I was born in the place, in a different place where it happened, and I was 2.5 when we left, people think, oh, I should be upset. No, like, I'm an American citizen. Like, I'm staying here. Like, you guys are not getting rid of me. I am here to stay.
Did you go on the Bravo Pride float?
I did.
Were you responsible for some of the Instagram content of all the housewives fighting? I think you were in the car with them.
I was.
What was that like?
It was insane, because we all on Bravo shows have things that are only things that as a family about, or as people that are castmates on a show know about, that you don't share with the outside world. And
It's
it was
like a family.
Totally. And it was one of those moments where more sharing than should happen was happening. And I was trying to shut it down, as was Leanne Locken, while my boo, Kelly Dodd, was recording all of it.
Oh my God. What an honor for you to be in the presence of such iconic moments.
Such greatness.
100%.
Such greatness.
And speaking of the gay, World Pride and being on the Bravo float, people asked me what was that like, and I said, honestly, it was like riding a unicorn through heaven. Like, Andy was DJing. Not only am I a Bravo celebrity, but I'm a huge Bravo-holic.
How exciting.
So for me, it's like, I love being there, but then I'm also having fangirl moments and enjoying everything that's happening.
That must be so exciting. We always ask people who are Bravo stars who come on the show if their favorite part about being a Bravo celebrity is being able to go on Watch What Happens Live. And I imagine that you have the best time. You're in New York actually filming for this week's episode.
I am going to be on Watch What Happens Live, and I do love having, my moments there, and I love being with guests that push the envelope. So like when you're sitting next to someone who can also push the envelope, I've done it with like Nene, I've done it with Kim Zolciak, I've done it with Asa, MJ, Mike. It's really fun. And I've done it with people like Zachary Levi, who literally at one point I was like this.
I don't think it's that cool.
Literally. It was during the after show, but I went,
right.
Oh my God.
me.
Does
like,
he watch Bravo?
I don't know. And it just was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't the
wasn't
way
working.
Watch What Happens Live should be. Yeah.
Totally.
Wait, so since you're such a Bravo-holic, Claudia was on TMZ talking about her Mount Rushmore of reality TV. You were on hers.
You were
I
on.
love it.
Who would be on your Mount Rushmore of Bravo
Great
stars?
question.
We're gonna bring it full circle.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not just Bravo though, so like any reality show.
can it be past and present?
Yes.
Okay, so if we're doing non-Bravo, my first pick is Evelyn Lozada.
Who is that?
Evelyn Lozada is from Basketball Wives.
Oh, okay.
She told Tammy Roman that she was like, that's the first time I heard, you're not a non-motherfucking factor, bitch.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
non-motherfucking. So I would say Evelyn Lozada, Bethany Frankel. If we're keeping it real messy, I would have, what's her name? Ramona Singer.
Of course.
Because she just gives you those zingers
She gives
from
you
hell.
everything.
Yeah.
She gives you those zingers from hell that are like, it's a Kodak, we're having a Kodak launch party, and I'm Jill Zarin, and you're walking up to me telling me Kodak is an antiquated company, and I'm losing my endorsement deal, bitch. So Ramona Singer, 100%, Bethany Frankel, Evelyn Lozada, and Dorinda.
Agreed.
Oh wow, very
That's a
New
good
York.
one. Very robust too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just brought her up, so I have to ask you about
Yes.
Asa.
Yes.
Because to me, one of the pinnacles of like weirdness on reality TV was when Asa like lied about how she was like having a baby. It was just so weird. And then you guys were in Israel and like she like just said it like as if it was fact, but nobody even knew what she was talking about. And MJ was on the show recently, and I asked her if she ever met Asa's baby because we lost Asa right after the baby. We never saw her
Yes.
on TV again, and she said she hadn't met the baby. Have you?
Yes, absolutely. The baby is friggin' gorgeous.
Really?
He looks like he looks like a Cabbage Patch doll. Like he is so beautiful, you think he's a doll. Like you want to kiss him and squeeze him. His skin is perfect, his hair is perfect. He's absolutely adorable.
So I'm assuming you and Asa are on good terms.
We are not on good terms.
Oh,
Oh.
that was
I haven't
nice of you.
spoken to her
That
in a
was really
while.
nice.
Her and Adam fell out, and obviously Adam is
Everything.
my mate. So if you fall out with Adam, you fall out with me.
Yeah, I forget how many stages of life we've been through with you on Shahs. You were single, you were married, you paused the wedding, you had a surprise wedding.
Totally.
Now you're what, like 3 years into being married?
Or yes.
What's it like?
Amazing. One of the side effects, one of the painful side, I mean, falling out with MJ was one of the most horrific things I've ever gone through. But one of the positive side effects of it was that very first phone call in the morning to MJ, that first text message to MJ has now been replaced by text messages and phone calls to Adam.
Yeah.
So I lost a best friend, but it has made my marriage a lot stronger. And hopefully, when the day comes, because I want to be positive about it, where MJ is back in my life, Adam and I will be in a much better place than we were.
Right. So in some ways, that's a good outlook. Some ways you think of it like as it was meant to be, almost.
I don't even know if meant to be, but if there's a positive side,
Silver
like
lining.
I want exactly. Like,
Yeah.
can I take something? Like, what's the gift in this for me? Because I truly believe, good or bad, everything in life, you might not realize it in the moment, but at some point there will be a gift for you to grow from and learn
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
I realize that all my questions for you are like about the last 8 years of Shahs of Sunset because I haven't spoken to you, so I apologize if I'm like
Not
going
at
and
all.
dipping-
I love
8 years
it.
worth of
dipping into
questions.
I
painful
feel like I'm
memories.
talking to a friend I haven't seen in a long time.
Stop, I'm dead. All these memories are now coming back to me, and I remember a very important scene a few seasons ago when you did stand up.
Yes.
And I thought it was like the bravest thing ever. And I actually remember being like, wow, that's not only do stand up like in front of your friends and family for the first time, but then also do it on TV.
Yes.
I remember being like inspired by it and like putting it in the back of my mind. Like if he can do it, I can do it. And I do stand up too now. So I would love to hear what that experience was like. And if you ever picked it back up, because you were really good at it.
Absolutely. I've done it several times. I like hosting more than I do actually doing the set. So I like being the Steve Harvey of the Kings of Comedy who comes out, does a few minutes, introduces another comic, does a few more minutes, and like goes back and forth.
Like an
Yeah.
MC.
Yeah, totally. Because I don't have to have like a 30-minute set, but I love it. And I feel like I'm more of like a Kathy Griffin style comic where I tell more stories as
Yeah.
opposed to like ba-dum-bum.
Right.
You know?
I actually think that's like for me, like a more enjoyable style of comedy.
Yeah. Because I'm talking to you about like, the crazy shit like my family put me through. Like when I went to get my first facial when I was 16 years old and the esthetician was like, let me clean your eyebrows. And I used to have a full unibrow and she literally took out like 3 inches in the middle.
Wow.
And I got home and my mom looked at me crazy. And within 5 minutes, my sister was over there. And she came in the room and she's like, listen, there's only 2 kinds of men in our culture who wax their eyebrows, entertainers and homosexuals. And I know you're not an entertainer. I was like 16 years old. She
Right.
goes, so go to your room, take your contact lenses out, put your glasses on, because it'll cover that area, and don't come out of your room until your eyebrows grow back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I tell stories like that.
Right. Like,
Wow.
and you have such an interesting life experience that I don't think a lot of people can relate to.
No, half Jewish, half Muslim, all gay, Middle Eastern.
Reality star.
Fled a country, reality star, all that.
It's shocking.
Hair care guru.
Yes.
Hair care line.
So you're star of Shahs of Sunset. You told me you're still practicing real estate, right?
Absolutely, never giving that up.
Which is so smart of you, long-term plan.
Yes.
And now, hair goddess.
Hair, so
Reza Be Obsessed.
kind of like me, my hair is very angry and unruly, doesn't like being told what to do, won't stay in one place for very long. And it's great, maybe as a characteristic of a human being, but it's not great for hair.
No, it's
so
not.
I spent the better part of my 20s relaxing and burning my scalp to a crisp.
Oh.
And I met this lady who owns a factory.
She's fabulous.
She's absolutely fabulous, has developed many lines, and she's like, you have great hair. Would you ever consider? And I was like, are you friggin' kidding me?
Yeah.
We sat down and we started talking, and she's like, if you're willing to put your money where your mouth is, we can do something that other people won't do,
right.
which is put ingredients in that cost a fortune, like
right.
diamonds, which are great for shine, champagne, which is amazing for shine, strawberry seed extract, hydrolyzed pea protein, which is heat activated. So if you use a blow dryer, curling iron, flat iron, you actually release the beneficial properties when you add the heat.
Right, and we got to see you last season kind of chronicle this journey, and you started getting, started on formulas and stuff, and you were really open with the fact that you you used $100,000 of your own dollars.
500,000 of my own.
500,000. Shook. Oh my God, Rich.
You could see me write the check.
Yeah.
I took all the money out of my retirement savings.
Wow.
And bankrolled this hair care line.
Where can people get it while we're plugging?
You can go to rezabeobsessed.com.
You guys, it smells so good. I'm
we
really
put
so
the pomade
excited.
in our hair before the
You
show.
know, because we always look like we got electrocuted.
Diamonds in it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to
it's really
rezabeobsessed.com. And we just did an indie beauty expo show in LA, and we've talked to a bunch of buyers. And we're really excited about being carried in some very big
That's exciting.
name brand
Congratulations.
stores. Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll see more of it on
Absolutely.
season. Okay,
for sure.
do you mind if I take some questions from Instagram? Because people are very
let's
excited.
do it.
From Concert Gorillas. What was your favorite part of BravoCon?
My favorite part of BravoCon is that moment where, like, for example, I would meet like a Bravo Leb, and I'd be like, oh my God. And then fans would meet me and they'd be like, oh my God. So it was just that like excitement, full circle, and interacting with people that watch the show and support us, and just being with them and taking a photo with them, and just hearing for 2 seconds how the show has impacted their life, or their brother came out of the closet because they watched Shahs of Sunset and they were able to discuss homosexuality at the dinner table because the mom and dad watched the show. And I'm like mind blown.
Wow.
I'm sure that people come up to you a lot because you've been so open about your sexuality, your background, and like how sexuality and culture don't always mix. And I'm sure people like have been very impacted by your story and can totally relate to you. How does it feel to have someone come up to you and be like, you just being open about everything you've been through totally changed my life?
So whenever someone, says Shahs is my guilty pleasure, those people offset the guilty pleasure element of it, right? So this season, you're going to see me throw water in someone's face and act a fool and say things that I wish I could take back, but unfortunately I can't. All of those beautiful moments where sometimes I share them privately because people are DMing me or something.
Right.
All of those beautiful moments offset the crazy. So when people are like, oh my God, you guys are just a crazy reality show, I think to myself, no, boo-boo, like
You're making an impact.
On my little, like on the side, I've got this whole other thing going on. There were kids that I talked through high school from the day the show started, from the time they were freshmen until they graduated. They're in college now. I gave some of them my cell phone number. They would hit me up when they would have hard days. I would talk them off the ledge. I was able to impact a lot of people in a positive way.
And even just you sharing is impactful for a lot of people, and it's also quite educational.
Totally.
For Mackenzie Schreiber, what is one thing you would tell your season 1 self?
Don't read the negative comments. Don't engage with the internet trolls. Don't take any of it personally.
Okay. You are also, we totally forgot to mention, you're mustacheless.
Yes.
You've lost 50 pounds.
I've lost 50 pounds.
A bitch lost 50 pounds.
A bitch lost 50 pounds and kept the shit off.
That's impressive.
That's like the harder part.
And
it chases me at night. Like I dream about cookies and cakes and pies and shit.
And you also shaved your mustache, which must have been like a really big deal for you, because it was a big deal for me.
Shaving the mustache was a really big deal because I realized that it was like an ornament on my face, breaking up the fatness. So there was like, fatness and fatness and fatness, and then there was the mustache, so you kind of like had a distraction. And when I shaved it, I was like, oh shit, my face is plump AF. Like I need to do something. And then
just working out.
I went to a nutritionist, I got on a program. Like I wanted to be scientific about it and
you
have
look great.
results. Thank you.
Bougie Broke. Do you agree with, you watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, right?
Hell yes.
Do you agree with Jennifer from Real Housewives of New Jersey that Middle Eastern culture is more open to talking about money and it's not considered rude?
Yes and no. I think you know, my sister will ask me like how much things like, you know, I'll show up in like a Gucci jogging suit with Gucci shoes, and my sister will be like, you are a fool. How much did you spend on that outfit? Right? And I'll tell her. But do I feel comfortable because I'm Middle Eastern, because I'm a Middle Easterner, asking anyone I meet how much something costs or how much money they have or if the house is in their name or not? No.
Yeah.
I don't.
I thought she definitely crossed the line.
She absolutely crossed the line.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
So everyone can shop Reza Be Obsessed at rezabeobsessed.com.
Yes.
Follow Reza Farahan on Instagram for all updates about Shahs of Sunset. I'm so looking forward to this season. Thank you for, you know, sharing your life with the world, with me for 8 wonderful years. Hopefully another 8 years. I never want this interview to end because I've been waiting to interview for so long. Thank you for being so nice in person.
Thanks
and,
for
like,
having me.
Exactly
I
who I thought you were
appreciate-
going to be. Like, you're hilarious, and I just
Thank
love
you.
and support you. And I'm going to rezabeobsessed.com to buy all of the products right now because I love you.
FYI, these are all for you. I'm not leaving with them.
Never mind.
So
I'm not going to rezabeobsessed.com because I got the whole collection for free. Ha ha ha! You suck. You didn't get
But
that.
you
for
should
free.
go.
Yeah, rezabeobsessed.com. Thank you so much for being here. Watch Shahs of Sunset this Sunday, same time as the Oscars. So it looks like I'll be watching Shahs of Sunset. So
Only on Bravo.
Have a great day, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.